Good evening, everybody. Going to be doing another OpenTTD practice stream. The main event is tomorrow night. Disembodied voice for the win. Yeah. Just let me set this. Finish setting up. Okay. Is that all good? Hi. Hello. I'm back on the Mac. After doing some research, it was clear that with OpenTTD network games, doesn't matter what operating system you're on. Of course it doesn't, because it's open source. And if there weren't if it didn't work, then somebody would have fixed it. So I can run from the Mac. The good news is that, as you'll notice, even if I turn off my noise gate, you don't hear a helicopter trying to take off like with that PC. Here we go. Here's with the noise gate off. That sweet silence, which is what I need when I'm recording. So, to anybody that missed it last time, I am doing an OpenTTD stream tomorrow. There is an OpenTTD YouTuber and Twitch streamer called Master Hellish. He is reaching 20,000 subscribers, and he is doing a big network game with a bunch of different people, and I am one of the people who will be playing. The people who will be playing this game are incredibly good at it. I am going to get my ass kicked, so you can tune into that tomorrow at, I believe it is 9 p.m. Amsterdam time? 8 p.m. Amsterdam time. Or you can go to Master Hellish's channel to watch his live stream, where he will absolutely win and cover the entire tournament at the same time. So yeah, whether you want to watch the whole tournament coverage on his channel or you want to watch me get my ass kicked by a bunch of professionals at this game on my channel, that's up to you. But tonight, I am going to practice, because I used to play Transport Tycoon Deluxe when I was a kid. I loved it. It was one of my favorite games. OpenTTD is better, the open source version of it. It's amazing. I love it. But I don't play it very much because I don't have a lot of time for gaming. You know, I'm a busy guy. So I have to practice. And also, for anybody familiar with this game, Master Hellish is putting a bit of a spin on it because it's his 20,000 subscriber special. We start with only 20,000 pounds in the game, which is really, really hard. So that's what we're going to practice tonight. I have got it set up so that I get, well, I'm doing euros, but I get 20,000 euros to start, which is difficult. I'm going to practice. You could watch if you'd like. I'd be happy if you'd join. Not just buses all over again, yes. Unfortunately, I love OpenTTD for its trains. But when you start with 20,000 euros, you can't build trains, because even the cheapest locomotive in the early game, I think, is like 39,000 or something like that. First time watching, so unfamiliar with OpenTTD. I suspect a lot of people are not very familiar with it. It's a 90s game that was then recreated in open source. It is a game on Steam, but I download it from OpenTTD's website or their GitHub. All right, but anyway, enough of that. Let's get started. So we're going to do a new game. Yeah, it was a really big map last time. I'm actually going to make it much smaller because it's a bit silly for me to do this practice session with such a huge map. Not that it really matters because I don't have any competitors. Flat is nice. Town name's Dutch. Gotta do Dutch. So excited to see your collab with Philosophy Tube. Yeah, that was fun. It ended up becoming like, this was Abby's idea. She really wanted to do a video about cities. So yeah, I was happy. I was happy to do it. So I will be doing. I will be in the collab with Philosophy Tube as a mini NJB. It's a bit funny that I pop into the middle of a Philosophy Tube video, but I'm happy with it. I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. So. Looked up Master Hellish's starting strategy is picking 2 big towns a train distance apart. Then he sets up bus services in both towns. That's wise. So what I was doing, well, let's get into it. What I'm doing. I think one of the tricks is that these people are going to be very fast. They're very good at the game. And so that's going to be hard for me to keep up. What everybody's going to do is they're going to open up this town's map here, and they're going to sort by population, and they're going to look for a town. And that's what I'm going to do. I mean, we have to pick a reasonable sized town. I think everyone's going to be trying to go for the most populous town. But one of the tricks that I determined is that I do not want to be near a farm. None of these is near a farm, actually. So these are all good. Well, that one is kind of... farm tiles are very expensive to expand upon, and so I don't want to be blocked in by farms. I don't want to have to buy the land from the farmer. Although otherwise, this is quite good because these are stupidly close together. Can I look at the subsidies? Yeah. Oh, wrong one. See, this is the thing. They're going to be much faster than me at this stuff because they're so good at the game. They probably have... There's probably some hotkey for subsidies too. I have not heard about the Canadian government trying to introduce a bill to prioritize passenger traffic over freight services. That would be interesting, considering the freight services own all the tracks. How's your arm? My arm is doing better, but, you know, it's not totally there yet, to be honest. For each town, he has a bus stop that he can extend with a train station by buying the adjacent land. I mean, that makes sense. I don't see how you would do this any other way. So I think what I'm going to do in this game is I'm just going to jump in and I'm going to be like, okay, I need some towns that are close to each other, that are not surrounded by a farm. But I think that's kind of what everyone's going to do. You know what? Here, I'm just going to... I know there's a farm here on this side, but there's nothing on this side. So I'm just going to get started here, to be honest. But I think this is what everyone's going to do. So I think when I come in to that server, everyone's going to be shooting for the highest population cities. And... I don't know if I stand a chance, to be honest. But yeah, that's got to be the strategy. I don't see how else you start with 20,000. And I've been talking so long, I'm down to 19,832. I don't even know what I've spent that on. Like, anyway. But yeah, not a lot of options with this little money. And there are subsidies. I was just going to say there are no subsidies, but I can't afford to do those anyway. The only thing I can afford to do at this stage of the game with this little money is to start some bus stations. So that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to start one there, one there, one there, and yeah, I mean, what else can I say? Get a bus. I think Master Hellish is going to make the buses slightly cheaper because he's mentioned that he may install a mod for that. 9,800. See, I don't quite have enough for 2 buses. And I wonder if maybe the strategy is to start with only 2 bus stops, but if the buses are cheaper anyway, then it probably doesn't matter. So we're going to go here, we're going to go here, we're going to go here, and then you can get started already. And then at the end, you can go to see, I'm going to be so slow at this that I'm going to get my ass kicked. Go to the nearest depot, but only if you need servicing. And that's it. That's how we're going to start the game. There's not a lot else you can do, which is going to be interesting in the server when I can't speed up the play. Yeah, so then we have to find ways to entertain ourselves. What is going to be the name of the first bus? Any names? Any proposals? Not Bussy McBusface. Yeah. First road vehicle, bus visor. I actually like that, so I'm just gonna go with that. I might do it as one word though. Buswiser. Funny. All right, there's our first bus. So yeah, I don't have enough money right now for 2 buses. He uses multiple bus stops linked as a single station so that they can collect the passengers together, increase their coverage range so the buses won't interfere with each other. Oh, that's sneaky. Can I actually build a bus station? Because I remember when we were looking at this the other day when I streamed, we found that the coverage area could link really, really far. Can I link between these 2 cities using a bus stop? It is control, right? That I hold down? Yes. So I can actually link those 2 bus stations. Can there be a pair of buses called Terrence and Phillip? Sure, we can do that. Why are you skipping the middle stop on the way back? Does it matter? Yeah, it does matter, I guess. That should do it. All right. So yeah, we've actually linked those 2 bus stations. Although, to be honest, when we played this before, having a big coverage area for the bus stations was not really a priority. We actually already did that. We already had too many passengers last time we did this, so I don't know how important that is in reality. The real trick is that we just couldn't buy enough buses, but I guess if he makes the buses cheaper, we can do that. So this is how you look like. You obviously never watched my early videos that I show up in all the time. But, you know, my face was in the first scene of the first video on my channel specifically so that nobody would ask me for a face reveal. And then years have gone by and nobody's watched that video. Lots of, like, 1 million people have come in and never watched that video, and yeah. The trains are going to be the moneymaker, yeah, but how do you get from 20,000 pounds, or in this case euros, to 2 trains? But again, he's going to have to make the buses cheaper, I think, because otherwise this is like really painful, right? You can see that I've got, what, 8,700 right now, but the cheapest bus is 9,800. But I'm going to put a bus station here. 666 to hell used to be a real one in Poland. That's a good name for a bus. So I've got a bus station here. I've linked this one to that one, which is ridiculous. And how many passengers are here? Oh, Jesus. See, this is the thing. When we're talking about expanding the size, like, these bus stations already have so many people waiting at them. That I don't know whether increasing the size of the coverage area is really that important, especially since in order for a city to grow in the base game, which is what we're using for this, you should have 5 stations. So if you're grouping stations together, then you have less than 5. And they've already got too many passengers as it is, so I don't know if that's really necessary. But I have no bus depot down here. Shit. You know what? I might as well just build some roads. You know what? I should probably turn this off because it's getting a bit ridiculous. New vehicle. The only bus we've got. I'm really hoping that we have a few extra buses because this is going to be such a bus-heavy game when we do it. But I'm going to go from here to here, and then and you can go already. And then, yeah, we'll just add a maintenance stop here. Is there a faster way to do this other than going nearest depot and then service? It just seems to take so long. Yeah, you attach the train station to that bus station. Yeah, and that's what I did in the game that we played on whatever it was, Monday or Tuesday. So what are we calling this bus? because we need to rename this bus as well. This is bonkers how many passengers are waiting here. So that's that station. How many are waiting here? Nobody yet, because I don't think the bus has been there yet, so nobody knows that it's a station. The Central has a ridiculous number of people waiting. This is why I don't think you need to increase the coverage area, to be honest. Even this one out here in the sticks is still 36 passengers. Call Strake for 4. All right, that's a good one. That's the Dutch for I mean, how do you translate that? Like ground transport, I guess, or like yeah. Anyway, something like that. I don't actually know how you say that in English. All right. This game is just simulating a news demand. Yeah. All right. So where's my money going right now? 1952. Why is this getting cut off here? Okay. Road vehicles brought in 3,000. The major expenses were infrastructure and the road vehicles. So that's fine. New construction, new vehicles, and other. And then the loan interest is 300 euros, but I'm nowhere near being able to pay off the loan, so it's a bit irrelevant. I've always wondered how to translate it to. I think in English they would just say like ground transportation, because it kind of means like the transportation that you transfer to from the train, like to buses and trams, but also like taxis, right? So I don't know. Somebody can look it up in Google Translate and let me know what it says. Face reveal. No, it's not a face reveal, people. Look at the first video, the first scene of my first video on my channel. I did that on purpose so that nobody would ask me for a face reveal, and now nobody's watched it, and it's so disappointing. Nice face reveal. Oh, shut up. Okay, so what are we doing? We've got 2 buses. We've got way too many people. How many are here? There's nobody here right now. And then he's going to this central one that's linked, which is kind of bullshit, but... Let's see how much these bus lines are making. Regional transport, Google Translate. Regional transport. I guess it is more regional transport, isn't it? But like regional transport by buses. I guess I don't know how to say that in Canada because we basically don't have that. Like, you're fucked if you want to go somewhere else. All right. Actually, these are kind of comparable. I'm surprised. I thought Strike for 4 was going to be a lot less profitable, but it seems to be doing fine. I guess it's only going between here and here, but maybe the game is judging the distance for the calculation for the profit, because you get more money the longer distance you go, and I think it's calculating the distance from here to here, which is kind of cheaty, but I think that's probably why this guy's making more money. Besides road infrastructure, what other reasons do you like the Netherlands? Well, it's mostly for the independence for children. Work-life balance at work is really good too. I like being in Europe in general. It's good to travel to other countries. My favorite YouTuber that makes me proud of the Netherlands. Good to hear. All right. How are we doing? How are we doing? Expenses are fine. But my profit is minus 5,000, but then that's because I bought a bunch of new shit. But yeah, so the issue is, and I'm glad that Master Hellish is going to make the buses cheaper. I really hope he does that, because like, look where we are in this game, right? I'm going to speed this up so that it's not quite as boring. but you can't speed it up on a multiplayer server. So what would we do at this point? We just have to sit waiting to buy another bus. We're at 5.8 and we need, what was it, 9.8 or something like that. Meanwhile, we have like 722 passengers sitting at this little station. And I think we were looking at this last time around. This town has a population of what is it? I can't see it behind that. 2,389. And like how many passengers are waiting at the bus? Like most of the town's population is currently waiting for a bus. How do I get from train station to this street? Ticket agent, you're fucked, eh? You know what's funny is that I was talking to a Nebula creator who is from Ukraine, and he moved to Canada, I don't know what it was, 10, 15 years ago. And he was telling me a story. He lives in a town outside of Winnipeg. He was telling me that he moved to Canada from Ukraine, and he had rented a car in order to get the family out to where they were had a house, and he had to return the car to Winnipeg. So to save some money, he decided to return the car to Winnipeg, and then he was going to take the train back to the town that he lived in. So he just returned the car and then went to the train station and went up to the ticket booth and said, how do I get a train to, this town? And they looked at him like he was crazy, and he thought it was like his English because he still had quite a thick accent at the time. And they're just like, there is no train. And he was like, what do you mean there's no train? Like, it's that town. And he's like, no, you got to take a bus. And so it ended up taking him like 6-7 hours to get there. And it was more expensive than just returning the car would have been in his town. And that was when he was like, oh, this is not like Ukraine. Loans are not disabled, but the maximum loan amount will be £20,000. So, yeah, I've already got that because the game starts at that. Okay, well, actually, Strike for 4 is doing better than I thought. So I think what I should probably do, I got to get these passengers out of Dock Gas Central. Well, even Dock Gas. Jesus, look at this is ridiculous. Look at how many passengers there are. Best moneymaker is one train doing coal power stations. Yeah, I know that, but that is the best way to play this game. But when you're limited to 20,000 loan, you can't build trains because the cheapest train is, I think, 39. So all of the strategies that you know about OpenTTD are thrown out the window. All of the general idea that like money is super easy in OpenTTD, all thrown out the window, because with a maximum loan amount of 20,000, you can't do trains until you've made your fortunes on buses. There's no other way to do it. So we're kind of stuck here until we have enough. So I'm just gonna speed up a little bit. Actually, let me just get this open. The question is, when I have enough money for a bus, which is 9,800, what am I going to do? Like, I got to get passengers out of this Dock Gas Central because there's 1,000 of them. Where are they going to go? And should I just go like a shuttle between Dock Gas Central and Dock Gas? Is that worth doing? There are so many. It's such a short distance, you won't make much for each though. But maybe I'll try that. Anyway, let me just quickly speed up until I have 9,800. There we go. And I will buy that. And you know what? Let's just try it between here and here. And go. Make it so. Oh, come on. Go to the nearest depot and service. Do that. And let's see what happens. Yeah, so there you go. I'm going to speed this up because otherwise it's kind of boring. Let's see if this does anything. Actually, I want to pull up the profits here. I want to see how this tiny shuttle between these two incredibly busy stations does. Because maybe that's a strategy. I don't know. I mean, right now, it's tough to say because I started in the year, but damn, that Strike for 4 is making a lot of money. What? Oh, we didn't name this. What are we naming road vehicle number 3? Strike for 4. Regional transit. Yeah, this is all fine. These passenger numbers are not going down. This is still growing here, even though I have 3 buses. This little shuttle is not doing great though. This is not making me a lot of money. Call it Tram 19 now. Kloptelsane bus? I don't know that. Am I going to regret naming this? Yeah, almost the entire town is waiting at one bus station. Well, this is exactly what we had last time too. Okay, so this little shuttle between these 2 stations is not really working. Actually, it could be because it's such an inefficient route that he has to take here. Can we improve that? Because he's bouncing all the way down here. If I built just a little bit of road for him, does he turn around more intelligently? If I do this? And then here's central. Oh, just turn off the buildings here. Because here he's going to... What does he do? He goes around that way, which is probably okay. Yeah, I think that's... Well, now he goes up that... Oh, no, okay. That's fine. That's slightly more efficient now. Not great, but it's better. Well, now I'm making a ton of money. But I'm a bit disturbed here at how little money these 2 buses are making. And this is the one making bank. So I feel like this strategy of just going through these 2 busy, it does a lot of trips. Oh, Klopdalsen Boos. Okay. Okay. Now I get it. Doing a little shuttle like this is not good. It really is all in Strike for 4 here, which has the suitable name because he's doing the regional transit. This is the correct strategy. And it's funny because he's going between just here and here, but because these stations are linked, it's as if he's going from here to here, which is really cheaty, and I don't really love that. But all's fair in love and OpenTTD, I guess, right? So if that's what works, let's see if we can link another one here, because which one has the most passengers now? Like Central is already that one. So if I make this one West Dockgast, if I make it Dockgast, right? Like that's gonna work. And now I can just do like here and get a new bus. And if he just goes between here and here, I mean, he should be making tons of money, right? In theory. You ever looked at the CU Boulder MENV program? No, I have not. I don't look at a lot of stuff in the United States, though, to be honest. I'm not American, I don't live there, and don't spend an awful lot of time looking at stuff going on in the US, to be honest. Okay, you're so sick of bad cities, you're making your own. Exactly. Well, as I was saying to anybody that missed it, I will be doing a tournament for OpenTTD on Friday on the channel of Master Hellish, who has hit 20,000 subscribers, and he's doing a special game. Yeah, so I'm practicing a bit because I'm going to get my ass kicked. These guys are really good at this game. Love the streams. Hey, thanks so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. How do you pronounce that name? Hoyos? Hoyos? What am I drinking? I'm drinking a Spitfire. Can I focus if my face is out of the way? There you go. English ale. That's usually what I drink. I don't know, honestly. Okay, so if you don't know how to pronounce your own screen name, then I don't feel too bad. All right. Well, strike for 4, man. You're kicking ass. That is clearly the strategy. Is doing a big cheating thing like that, linking two stations that are obviously too far apart. But look at that. Look at how much money he's making. I'm up to 24 grand. I'm almost at the range here where I could be buying trains, right? Right? Can we do some trains? But I feel like, oh, first of all, we need to rename that. But just before that, I am going to, you know, I'm just gonna clone it. Like, I did not clone it. But if I hit control and that, does that clone it? Yes. Okay. Go. Do it. Make me money. You know, that's probably the strategy, is to just take whatever bus is making the most money and just clone it until I can buy trains, right? So we'll just do clone again. Clone you. Go. Do it. And now we have some buses to name. Press delete to close all dialogues once. Yes, I know that. That's what I've been doing. But I have these ones pinned out here. So, because I want to know how the stations are doing. And this central is ridiculous. But actually, what that tells me is that I should really be doing something about central. I should be reserving some space for a train. So what I should be doing is I should be buying some land to keep the city from expanding. That is in the way, but I'll have to go out this way, I guess. I think I should just do this. It's costing me a lot of money, but I don't want the town to expand past here, because I'm going to need to build trains. Is a station not cheaper? It probably is, actually. It probably is. That was probably a waste of money. I don't have money for it now, though. But platform length, definitely don't want that. Might have to start with one track, which I don't love, but how much is this going to cost me? Oh, it's only 3,000. You'll get back some money from those land purchases. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so if it's only 3,000, I'm just gonna quickly fast forward here. I can just link a train there, right? And link it to Central? That's the one? Yeah, that's the one with all of it. So, okay, I got a train station. I don't have enough money to build a train, but I could do it out to here or something. Although there's not really a great town nearby other than this guy. And this is not going to grow until I have, yeah, it's growing every 26 days. So this is not going to grow until I have 5 stations. So I actually had better get 5 stations if I want these towns to grow. So let's just get 5 stations. We'll put one here. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, and we need 5. So where's the 5th going to go? I want to make sure it's not in Nateberg and it's in Dokhost. We'll just do it out here, I guess. There. How's that? You ever played Theo Town? No, I have not, actually. That'd be a good one to play someday. This seems like old school SimCity. Yeah, except that it's not a city builder, it's a transportation builder. So it's all about the transportation of the city. Now, I think I have to service these 5 in order to actually in order to make any to make the city grow. So why don't I just take whatever bus is making me the least amount of money, which I guess is this guy. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make him just go around to all of these stations just so that they all get hit once. So he's going from Dokgast to Dokgast Central. Let's have him go to transfer, then west. Get out of the way. Then west, then north, then back to central. And he will just do that loop. And then every station gets serviced, and then with 5 stations, it should start growing. So right now, it's growing every 26 days. Why is growing a city a good... growing the city is just good because you're going to get more passengers, although we don't really have a problem with passengers right now. I'm a little bit worried about this road coming out here, that it's going to get in the way of my trains. So I'm just going to really quickly buy the land right there to keep them from expanding that way, so that I can put a railroad track through there. Hey up, Jimmy, how's it going? It's going well, thank you. We're practicing a little bit of OpenTTD on a highly limited budget. So I don't know what to do about this many passengers in Dokgast Central. Like, you know, this is actually gonna bug me. I keep wanting to say it as Central, so we're just gonna name it Dokgast Central. Okay. Still growing every 26 days. Nateberg is growing every 50 days, so that's even worse. Although I don't know how much I really care about this. Hey NGB, really love all your videos. You introduced me into the world of urban planning and many other YouTubers through your podcast. That's awesome. Yeah, that was the point. Hello from Finland. Do you visit Oulu? Did you visit Oulu in January? I have actually never been to Oulu. I did the video with Pekka Takola, who is who works at the city of Oulu in the cycling division. So I worked with him, and he took me around on a bunch of live streams from his phone. Like there was once where I sat on a live stream with him as he went around Oulu for like 2 hours in the cold, and I was sitting in my nice warm office, and the footage was all from him. And I was supposed to be in Oulu a few months ago, but unfortunately it fell through. I'll have to get out there sometime. Also rename North then. Yeah, good point, right? Let's do this. Nord. That is not how you spell Nord, is it? My. Okay, I should probably spell Nord properly, eh? Okay. This Strike for 4 is still just killing it, and the ones I cloned from it, I mean, that's just the strategy, right? It's so funny because it's just going from here to here, but because it's linked with that, it thinks it's going from here to here, and that intercity bus is enough to make all the money. Although it does seem to be going there. Or set the game language to Dutch. Yeah, maybe. Can I do that while the game is on? I don't think so. Oh, maybe? Oh yeah, there you go. Just... Oh, it is. I was looking for Nederlands on here, but it's actually in English. Dutch. There we go. Okay. We'll do everything in Dutch. That'll be a little bit of an extra challenge for me, although I do read Dutch, but some of these words are probably words I don't use very often. Okay, with 16,000, it's getting up there. Can I do trains? I mean, I built this station, but the only town nearby is this Luahorn? Luahorn? That's weird. But if I was to build a train, I don't think that would be the best thing to do. I really should build like to this power station. Oh, this power station, look at this, surrounded by farms. That's going to be so expensive to build to. But if we get rid of this and we look at the map, let's go to the map. Like, I just cannot get rid of these passengers. Look at this. This is bonkers. City Skylines 2 is driving me up the wall at the minute. 10 FPS on an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3080. Ugh. So, oh yeah, I probably shouldn't get started on City Skylines 2. I was invited into the early access, and I had early access to it, although that was when my arm was all fucked up, so my son was mostly playing it. But the performance was just so bad, and there were so many quirks in the game that I decided not to make a video about it, because most of my audience are not gamers, right? Like, they're not going to have high-end gaming hardware. So, like, doing a game, doing a video about a game that they probably can't play on their hardware just felt like a bad idea to me. And I wasn't having trouble really getting into, I was having trouble getting into the game, to be honest. It just wasn't doing it for me. Not the way I play. I feel like City Skylines 2 is a game for gamers, and I am not a gamer, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, I decided not to do a video, like a sponsored video on City Skylines 2, and I haven't live streamed it either. I think I will eventually, but for now, I feel like as long as it's a game for gamers, I'll just leave it to the gamers. And once it becomes a game for city enthusiasts, like City Skylines 1 is, then I will live stream it. Why can I not zoom in more on this map? Like, you can normally zoom in more on this map, right? Like, this seems weird that I can zoom way the hell out, but I can't zoom in more. Maybe this is the most you can zoom in. Anyway, oh no, it is all in Dutch. So I guess it's an energiecentrale for a power station, I guess. Yeah, okay. And then and coal mine. So if I look for like here, for example, oh, that's the one inside the farm. There's some right there, also inside of a farm. Freaking Dutch map, too many farms. This one is this coal? Yeah, this is coal. And there's a power station here. So, I mean, I could do a short one like that. I don't have a lot of money to build a lot of tracks. So, I have to start small, but I'm not going to make much money. You make more money the farther you take it. But I could do this and then go to one of these other coal mines. Those are iron ore. Was there another coal mine around here? I thought there was. Did he set the game to Dutch? Yes. Did you take out a loan? Yes, I think you must have missed the beginning. I am practicing for an online game where we will be limited to a maximum loan of 20,000. So I have the maximum loan already. It is it's very different way of playing OpenTTD than you normally do. So if you're familiar with the game, this is not the game you know. Okay, so there is another coal mine here, and where was, now I've lost it. Where was the one we were just looking at? Because there's a power station and there's a coal mine. I could do that one, but there was another one, right? We were just looking at one. There's another power station there. I'm going crazy. I've lost the one we were looking at. Oh, here it is. Is it? No. Also coal there, another power station. Something seems up with this map. Like, I'm having trouble seeing. There's my little thing. I swear I used to be able to zoom in more than this. I think it was here. That's the one with the farm. And then it was this one, right? So here's the... Yeah, okay, here it is. Here and here. And then the other one is here and here. So what I could do is I could start here, bringing coal in by train, and then once I have more money, I could build out to here and bring in a longer distance. When is the charity stream? It is tomorrow, and it actually won't be a charity stream. I am apparently incapable of reading Discord messages properly. This one on Friday is just going to be a stream to celebrate Master Hellish getting 20,000 subscribers. The charity stream will be later in the year. So it'll be tomorrow at, what did I say? Somebody tell me what I said. It's going to be, let me check, at 8 p.m. Amsterdam time tomorrow. Also, the fact that CS2 doesn't have bike lanes is a bit of a bummer. Yes, it absolutely is. I can't recommend that my audience play City Skylines 2. Like, it's just not a game for city enthusiasts. It's a game for gamers. Right now. For now. Didn't know this games like this exist. Pretty cool. Yeah, so if anyone's not familiar, like Transport Tycoon Deluxe was a game from the 90s. 94, I think it was. I played it when I was a kid. I loved it. And there were a lot of enthusiasts around it, so they basically rewrote it in open sourced it as OpenTTD. You can download it at OpenTTD's website or on Steam or whatever. And yeah, I mean, it's fantastic. It's just a classic. I mean, the graphics are obviously very 90s, but it's just very, very like classic simulator. Normally, I would be playing with all trains and not doing any buses at all, but because of this limitation of a maximum loan of 20,000, it makes things tricky. How far away can I put this station? I can put it there. So I'm totally gonna cheat here as much as possible. I'm just barely touching that. You can see here, I'm just barely touching those tiles. And I want to try to get a little bit closer to the power station. So I'm just gonna build it like there. Why do you sound so much younger than you look? I don't know. Must be my incredibly healthy diet. But I know people seem to think that I'm young, and I'm like, nope. I am in my late 40s and I have kids. Accepts coal. So I do need to actually cover the entire thing. You can't just kind of just do one. But there's that hill there. I can't see the hill properly. And I probably want to line up with this, right? Can I build there? Is that going to let me build there? Okay. That's good. And then I'm just going to stick like rails between the two of them. And this is not the way I would normally build it. I'd normally double track it. I'd normally have more more platforms. What time is the stream in UTC? Well, that'll be what, 1 hour before? Is that right? 7 p.m. 1900 UTC, I think. Somebody can fact check that for me. All right. Let's see. How much are trains? Oh, they're cheaper now in this part of the game. 16,000 now. But with a reliability of 65%. Ugh. 77, 70. Maybe it's your youth because being an E, it was a special interest in urbanism and no car. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I really, really, really funny when I get comments on my channel where people are like, well, yeah, you might go around on a bike now, but when you're older and you have kids, there's no way you're still going to be cycling. I'm like, okay. Oh my. YouTube comments are fucking trash though. Okay, let's build a train. And I guess, like, I mean, this is just so cheap, but it's 65%. 77% is not much better. And given that I have this tiny little track, there's only this one little hill, and I can just bring down the maintenance interval, and I should be fine, right? So he's cheap. I'm just going to buy that. And then we're going to buy a coal wagon, and we'll get... How many can we afford? And I don't want to make it too long because I only have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 platforms. So, you know what? Let's just start with... I clicked the wrong button. a new train. Let's just start with that. I'm pressing the wrong freaking button. I'm gonna screw up so badly. I need to press this one. I keep going down to this one. My father is 67, still doesn't need a car. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's just all these common, like, it's these same old myths over and over and over again, right? I just get so tired of them. I made the mistake of looking at some comments today, and there was one guy who was like, "Oh, you know, but you never mentioned the weather. That's the reason your whole argument falls apart." I'm just like, do you think I honestly never thought about the fucking weather? I live in the country with the worst fucking weather around. I've made videos about weather, but it's, yeah, the problem is there's hundreds of millions, probably billions of ignorant people out there. My audience is massive, and it is literally impossible to educate them all. So I have just put out the videos and not try to fix everybody's wrong opinions, or I will never get anything done. Okay, now, I do need to make sure that I do this properly in Dutch. Ga non-stop naar de dichtstbijste... What is this kerning is weird. What is up with these gaps here between the I's and the J's? And I guess remisa is depot? See, that's a word I don't know. Non-stop naar onderhoud. Okay. Or remisa turning point. That's, I mean, that's not really right then. Okay, but it is kind of fun to play it in Dutch. I'm just going to bring down the service interval to 100 days because it's such an unreliable train. It's sitting here at 61% reliability. I might actually bring it down another one here because there's this depot right here, and it should get serviced enough to not break down and not cause me grief. How much coal is waiting? 46 tons. You know what? I'm going to just send this guy to the depot and buy another couple of coal wagons already. The Dutch have borrowed the word remisa from the French. I assume in French it would be pronounced as remis or something like that, right? Anyway. So now I'm at a length of 4 of the train, and that's the longest it can be. Anything beyond that, I'm going to need to double track it. But I think what I'm probably going to do, given the constraints of the way that I'm playing this game with the money constraints, I'm just going to run this train, and then the next thing I'm going to do... No, I do not want a diesel right now. Coal forever. I'm going to run it from here. So then there's going to be another train that'll just come in at another platform, or even like on a 90-degree angle or some shit like that. Oh, for some reason I thought it was one of those things with a turning disc. Oh, like a turntable around it. Not roundabout, but yeah, a turntable. Can I do anything about these passengers here? How are the buses doing? Last year, I mean, look at this. This is just killing it. Strike for 4, man. It's the winner. And oh, this one's called Strike for 4 too. I guess that was the one I cloned. Yeah, and the ones I cloned off of it are also just killing it. This guy not doing so great. Not happy with your performance here. I think we're gonna have a performance review. Oh, you're the one that does the loop. Okay, you're there for a reason. You're there to make the town grow, and the town is now growing every 12 days, so he has done his job. I can probably close this because I don't care. Now the question is, do I want to do anything about the fact that there's a ridiculous number of passengers here? Do I care? I don't know. Because I could try to just run a train between here and here, but I mean, there's this water in the way, so I can't really go around this way. I probably want to reserve the land for this, though. I don't know. Do I care? Do I care about Nateberg? Shrink the town. Yeah, maybe. I mean, as long as these bus lines are making me money, I guess I don't really care. It's just that the station rating here is going to be terrible. And this is also considered central, so they're also waiting here. But then this down here is also considered central. Can I get a train station? You know what? I'm just going to do something really dodgy here. Let's just do this. Oh, I can't. Why can't I link that to Nateberg? I can only link it to the Transferium. Okay, that's not gonna work. I mean, I can't afford to build a bridge across there. Yeah, too far probably, you say that. But this station here is linked to this station here. So like how many blocks is that? And yet this is too far? That doesn't add up. Can I, if I bulldoze that building, no, I can't without actually bulldozing it. Can I do it up here maybe? I mean, this is a terrible place for a station, but if I put it here, I can link it there. So now I could, I'm just going to build tracks out here so that they can't build a road out here. Now there's buildings here. Shit. I was too slow. And this is also just a horrible way to play this game. Oh my god. These houses are in the way here. This is atrocious. This should really not be allowed. I do get money back from these, right? Yeah, okay. This is just so dumb. At this point, I should probably just build another station, right? Like, this is getting really dumb. Right? Like, really dumb. This is where this game just kind of becomes nonsense. What's the population of the city? I can't see it there. 3161, I guess it is. 3171. Oh, these are actually very similar in size, which is crazy because this one grows every 50 days and this one grows every 12 days. Look at this. This is ludicrous. This should not be permitted in game. But let's just do it. We'll just get the cheap guy. We'll get we just need to move more people. And while we're at it, we'll add a couple of wagons, I guess you would say in Dutch. I don't actually know how to say the word wagon. Oh, niet genoeg geld. Well, that's because I clicked the wrong one. Boom. Okay, you go from here to here and start. And then I'm going to make him go to the depot. See, it's here. It says this is here is depot. I guess it's translated incorrectly. And then here it's remise. And onderhouden wanneer nodig. And I'm going to change this because it's so unreliable down to like 90 days. Aight. Inwoners fear and face. Eerste trainer arriveert bij Nateberg. This is going to be embarrassing for me. Oh yeah, now there's posts there too. Look at that. Let's see if we can get more of these passengers out of these stations just by linking between these two cheating train stations. This one is linked to this one, and this one is linked to this one. Why are you playing in Dutch? Why not? I live in the Netherlands. Isn't that reason enough? All right, enough of that. Actually, let's close this. Actually, I'm gonna leave that one open, and just that one. Gonna be visiting Kitchener, Canada to see family this summer. Ha! Yeah, I went to school in Waterloo, which is the city attached to Kitchener. It's improved a lot. The downtown Kitchener is way better than it used to be. And they have that tram now, the Ion tram. And I plan to make a video someday comparing fake London to fake Berlin. Kitchener used to be called New Berlin. Because they were the same. When I went to school, like 20 years ago, Kitchener and London were basically the same. Kitchener was a bit smaller, but they were effectively the same. But then London made no good decisions and Kitchener made lots of good decisions in urban planning. And I want to see now, after it's been about 10 years, Kitchener built a tram, London canceled their tram. And I want to compare the two of them and see how they've done over the past 10 years, because I know the answer. Kitchener is doing way the fuck better than London in terms of like its downtown, its vibrancy and everything else. They got a bunch of tech companies downtown now around the train station. Like, it's all the stuff that a city wants to do, wants to attract. London's full of a bunch of like old people who go there to retire, and Kitchener's full of like young people working at tech companies and stuff. Moving to, what was this? I missed one here. Moving to Central Amsterdam after visiting constantly for about 3 years. So excited. That's so cool. Although Central Amsterdam, that depends how central. If it's within the canal ring, that is a different city altogether. But was renouncing your Canadian citizenship a difficult decision? Well, I haven't done it yet, but I mean, not really. I don't know. It's, at the end of the day, it's just a piece of paper. And it gets my kids dual citizenship, so it is what it is. Dutch passport is a good one to have anyway, and I'm happy to. If I'm gonna stay here, I might as well have a passport and be a citizen, right? How much is this guy making? 1,700. Like, this is where all my money's gonna come from. Trains, yeah, it's not even close. See, that's the thing, like, with this game, as soon as I make enough money on the buses with the 20,000 euros or the 20,000 pounds in the game tomorrow, I'm gonna have to do trains and do coal, and I think it's gonna be a little bit of a land rush to get here before the other players do. You're married to a Dutch person? No, I'm married to a Canadian. Don't you have to renounce your citizenship once you get Dutch citizenship? Yeah, I will, yes. Are those biodynamic headphones? Yes, they are, and I like them a lot. My parents will be wondering why I would want to visit a parking lot in London, Ontario, Canada. Somebody's going to make like the NJB tour. Here's all the locations that you've seen in Not Just Bikes videos. Here's this shitty parking lot and that shitty Strode. And look at this crappy bike lane. Is the budget missing from the bottom of the screen? Maybe? Yes? Why? Why is it doing that? It has shifted. Yeah, it shifted for some reason. There. Now you can see the budget. OBSB and fucky, I guess. Yeah, okay, you can see it now. All right, well, See, now we're making some money. Now we can play this game the way it was meant to be played, with trains. Yes, thank you for noticing that the budget was missing. I mean, this is part of the reason why I'm doing these practice games too, is that I need to make sure that the streaming rig is all set up, because I don't normally stream games. I have streamed some games with my son on the channel. We've done City Skylines where he plays the game, but that's on his computer or with a different streaming kit. So I don't normally stream games from this, and I had to get it all set up. So this is a bit of a test too, to make sure that I can actually stream games, and apparently I can. Okay, so I'm gonna build a train station, see if I can get both of these and be up on this hill so that I don't have to go down this hill. Don't need a helicopter, thanks. Let's build a train station here. Just single platform for now. Okay, so I can get both. I don't think I'm going to be able to play in Dutch tomorrow. IJzer Erts. I mean, I know what it is, but I've never seen that word before. The streaming setup looks great. Yeah, thank you. OBS is actually a great bit of software. This is like the open source stream, right? We got open source game, open source OBS. Let's hear it for open source. I am going to, instead of expanding this platform and having to go around, I'm just going to do like this kind of dodgy 90-degree angle thing and link it to Amstelkerk. Like that. And then let's build some, let's build some tracks. Yeah, iron ore. Yeah, I know it's iron ore, but like I've never seen that word before in Dutch. That's what's gonna trip me up. Like, I speak Dutch. I mean, obviously not completely fluently, but I mean, I speak Dutch every day. I'm pretty good at speaking Dutch, but that doesn't mean that I know words like iron ore. That disappoints me that I had to do that zigzag there. Oh, that's a lot of posts sitting there. I might have to go back and add another postal wagon. Because look at that, we're out of passengers now. That means my buses are going to start losing money because there aren't a ton of passengers there anymore. Let me finish this first. First things first, let's get a train going here. And again, maybe I can afford the slightly faster one here. This is 112, 128, 144. This is 51,000, 44,000, 30,000. Well, you know, I got 105,000. Let's go for the speedy one. This should make me a ton of money. Now, if I do a coal wagon, and I think I did a platform length of 4, and we're just going to go from here. We are going to Voldig laden, and then we are going to unload up here and go. Boom. The word looks weird in Dutch from my German immigrant perspective, yeah. I found Dutch to be a pretty easy language to learn as far as it goes. Oh, wait a second. What's going on here? This did not go to... It has te weinig orders. Okay. That was weird. Yeah, I found Dutch to be relatively easy to learn because it is similar to English, and I learned German in high school. I mean, it was hard when I learned Chinese in Taiwan. That was a hard language. But I find Dutch is not so bad. The trick with learning Dutch is finding people who will actually speak to you in Dutch without switching to English. That is the trick. Which is easier said than done. But that's why I just paid for a tutor who had to listen to my shitty Dutch when I was learning, because I was paying her to do it. And now, for the most part, people don't switch to English with me. Mostly because I worked on my pronunciation a bit. It's not good, but it's not terrible, and most people don't switch. But you're not playing with open graphics. No, sorry. I am going for the nostalgia. I'm playing with the Windows graphics, with the Windows sounds, with the Windows music. So I am not pure open source here. Have you seen the guy who posts videos biking around fake London, Ben Durham? I think I saw his channel once. Honestly, though, I don't watch a lot of urban planning content on YouTube because now that kind of feels like work. And, you know, to be honest, when we moved to the Netherlands, I was pretty fed up with advocacy. And I remember commenting to my wife in around 2018. It's like, I'm so glad I don't have to worry about this shit anymore. I don't have to think about like bad bike lanes and all this stuff. I just live my life and do the things I'm interested in instead of having to spend my life doing this. And then I made the stupid mistake of starting a fucking urban planning channel. Oh well. But yeah, I don't actually watch a lot of urban planning content on YouTube, to be honest. I mostly watch like astrophysics stuff, things like that. You can't get ore in a shop on a daily basis. I know, what the hell, right? Like, clearly I don't live in a true 15-minute city if I can't get iron ore within a 15-minute walk of my house. Wij willen wel Nederlands tegen jou praten. Nee, dankjewel. Dat wil ik niet. I don't love speaking Dutch on stream because I know that it's there on the internet forever. And I'm going to look at how shit my pronunciation was, you know, a few years and be like, Jesus Christ, what was I thinking? I do want to make a video on Not Just Bikes in Dutch, though. One of these days, I will do it. I will make a whole video where I just do the entire script in Dutch, and I'll have, like, English subtitles. And it won't do well with the algorithm, and it'll be a giant waste of time. Well, it'll be a waste of money. It won't be a waste of time. It'll be a good investment in time, but it will be a waste of money because it won't do well. But it'll be fun. Okay, well, I'm just going to let that run. I live in Toronto next to Skynum, no iron ore to be found. Thanks, CP Metro. Like, I know, right? You know, in the olden days, there would have been iron ore within walking distance of the CN Tower because the harbor was right there and they would have been bringing iron ore in. It's just, you can at least get down to Redpath sugar so you could get raw sugar because that is the one industry that's left there. I'm learning now and really struggling with pronunciation. Yeah. There's not an awful lot you can do about that, except practice. One of the things I noticed about Dutch, I mentioned this on stream before. One of the things I noticed about learning Dutch is that you have to pay close attention to which syllable you put your emphasis on. Because I find that Dutch people are really sensitive to which syllable is stressed in a word. So, like in English, people aren't that sensitive to it. Like if you put the wrong emphasis on on the wrong syllable, people still know what you mean. It sounds wrong, obviously, but they know what you mean. But if you do that in Dutch, they're just like, they have no idea what you're trying to say. And then you just say it with just the emphasis on the right syllable, and they're like, oh, yeah. So that's my one tip to anybody learning. Just focus a lot on which syllable has the emphasis. It helps a lot with Dutch people understanding your pronunciation when you have an accent. Redpath sugar, yeah. The Redpath sugar that gets the factory downtown Toronto, it's still there. They literally like get raw sugar brought in barges. I remember talking to a guy who worked there for a summer, and the barges come in with the raw sugar into downtown Toronto, into the Redpath sugar factory, and they just drive like excavators onto it, like just dirty ass excavators, because they know like it's all going to be processed, so it doesn't matter if it gets a bunch of dirt and shit. So even if they have to like take a piss, they just get out of the excavator, piss on the raw sugar, and then get back in and keep working. Because I guess the sugar's all going to be processed anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I thought it was like, yeah, that's great. I wonder how far I would need to go in Amsterdam to get iron ore. Like, I mean, certainly iron ore must be coming in to what's it called? Tata Steel, right? Which is over in it's not far. It's just west of Amsterdam. Yeah, so Tata Steel's got to be getting iron ore in. How long would it take me to bike to somewhere where, I mean, they wouldn't let me buy it. But how long would I have to bike to get iron ore in Amsterdam? Oh, I'm making like serious money now. I need to like stop talking and play this damn game. Can I say Vater Afzal Zaufer Installatie? Jesus Christ. No, I cannot say that clearly. ANGB, the street I live on is actually inspired by a Dutch street. My street's only 7 years old. Nice. It has red asphalt and a big green in the middle of the street, so that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Westelijk Havengebied has some ore deposit harbor sections. That's interesting. So yeah, I mean, I would not be able to see iron ore within a 15-minute distance from my house by any form of transportation. But I don't think it would take me more than half an hour to see iron ore from my house. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna play for about another 15 minutes till 1 a.m. What am I doing though? I brought this guy in here. Let's get rid of this. Let's get some more let's get some more post wagons here. And go. A lot of passengers and a lot of posts at Central. Affall in Norwegian is affall. Yeah, you know, I was in Norway last year, and I remember walking around, and the signs, if you know English and you know Dutch, it's surprising how many signs you can read. Oh, what are they building over here? Oil. Look at that. They're just randomly building an oil refinery next to the city. Wow, this Dokgast has some very loose zoning laws if they let this just pop up here. Is there any place I can bring oil in here just for fun? Like where's the closest oil? I swear I used to be able to zoom in more on this map. Maybe not. Olibron. I don't want the oil platform, so there is one here. Where is it then? There should be one down here, right? According to that map? Am I reading this wrong? Where is the oil field? Am I blind? I see an oil field on the map. Oh, the extra mini-map zoom is just on the JGR patch pack. Oh, yeah. I usually play on JGR, but the game tomorrow is going to be on vanilla, so I have to practice on vanilla. The street is very slow street, so I can bike in the center. That is the way it should be, yeah. Yeah, but anyway, I can't zoom any more than that. So, okay, but I see this flashing. This right here is an oil field, right? Or no? Oh, there it is. Jesus Christ. Okay, so I could go from there to there, and but there's another one up here. The other one is here. It's in the middle of that farm though, but I can kind of like go through here. Is that any better? Not. Well, I really don't want to go through the farm. It's just so expensive. But now I have so much cash, I might as well just plow right through the farm. Fuck them. Fuck the farmers. I got a Burin protest on my hands here in OpenTTD. You know what? I'm gonna make this platform a little bit longer. Let's do this now that we have some cash. Now we're laughing. Although I mean, I should probably make it more than one platform, but yeah. You know what? I should really just double track this whole thing and play it like as if I'm actually playing the game properly now. Oh, what I should do is I should pay off my loan, because there is no reason why I should be paying interest on that. Okay, farmers. Your time has come. I'm sorry, but oil is more important than farms. Let's build a station here. Oil refinery in the way. Yeah, that'll do it. No, thank you. Okay. And let's connect these two. I can't do electric yet, right? No. What year is it? What year? Where's my year? Oh, that 1959. Okay, well, I'm still gonna be on Steam then, probably. Let's just go straight here, like this. 27K, damn. And Gatorade will fix it, yeah. Although, oh man, I wanted to build the other track here, but this is right along. I don't think it's going to let me do this, right? Because the land is not sloped properly here. I'm going to get a bunch of dodgy shit. Yeah, I am getting dodgy shit. That was really dumb. Oh well. Now I've kind of committed myself to some terraforming. I really should have just moved this over by one, but I might still do that actually. Although, you know what? I spent so much money destroying those farms. Let's just play the game that I like playing, where we just blow money like crazy on trains. Okay. Now here and down. Good. Now, like this. So the curves aren't too tight, because the trains do slow down if the curves are too tight. We will double track this. We'll do the classic, one of these guys in here. And another one down here. I do feel like this game should have like some templates for this, because I build the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again. This is a signal that you can only go through. Yeah. Okay. And it is 6. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that built the signals. Hold down control, and it just puts all the signals there for you with that distance 6. Okay, this is good. This is good. Let's build a depot. I'll do one at both ends, but we'll start the depot here. I'm just gonna bulldoze farms. I have the money now. Be careful, you accidentally build Highway 413. 413. Well, as long as I don't build Highway 401. But yeah, the 413, that's gonna be a mess, isn't it? This is a diesel train, but it's for passengers, right? Oh, can I convert it? Can I actually convert this to also do oil? That seems weird. I don't know if I want this though, because it takes up 2. And the reliability is 94, and it's, well, you know what? This train is faster. I'm just going to do this. And it's a 99% reliability. Yeah, let's do that. And now we are going to make a ton of money, because this is where the money just starts rolling in this game. If you do coal or oil, then yeah, environment's screwed, but you're raking in the cash, so it's kind of real that way. You go there, get started, and I'm going to build another depot, remise, and I'm going to build it here on the way out. So if he's coming out of here, he's dropped off his cargo. If he needs to do servicing, then he'll go here. And Khanar, the depot. There. Done. Is he full? No. Didn't I? Oh, maybe I didn't tell him to. No, I didn't. Okay. I need it to fill completely. I will play in English when I do it tomorrow because as much fun as it is to practice Dutch, most of my audience can't read it. Okay. Well, I think that's all I'm going to build for tonight, to be honest. But at least I had a successful start, which is promising for at least being able to keep up with the kids playing tomorrow. Let's follow some trains. How much oil is waiting here? 76,000 liters. As a former coal mine in Dortmund, and the engineering building is decorated everywhere with marble. Damn. That's what your coal mine's gonna do, eh? Okay, so he only fills to 24% with a train this long. It was probably a mistake to make a train this long, because what's gonna happen is this guy's not going to... He only makes 99,000, so... I should probably actually ditch a few of those cars until I can get more oil out of here. And I might even want to bring in oil from somewhere else. Like, is there another oil field around here somewhere? Because then I could bring it into here and have like one main region that it's all coming into. Good luck with the charity event. Thank you. I did read the Discord wrong, and it's not a charity event tomorrow, but it is still going to be fun. The charity event will be later in the year. It will be celebrating Master Hellish getting 20,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel. He does a bunch of videos about OpenTTD and City Skylines, so if you're interested in such things, check him out. He's Master Hellish Gaming on YouTube, I believe, and Master Hellish on Twitch. And he is very, very good at this game. But you, I think it's just a waste of time for you to sit there, so I am going to just have you go. Oh wait, I wanted you to do... Not that one. I wanted you to skip. Yeah, that. And then after that, I'll bring him to the depot and get rid of some of those. How many does he have here? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that are empty. So I'll probably dump 7 or 8 of them. Oh, what I might do actually is just clone this train. If I clone this train, does it clone the whole train? It does. That is not what I wanted. I just wanted to clone the orders. I should have done shared orders. That's what I should have done, but it doesn't really matter because this is very simple. Once you are done, how much money do you make me? I didn't see. Oh, 13,000. Okay, you go to the depot, and I'm going to transfer half of your cars to this guy. Close enough. Go. Make me proud. Cloning profitable line seems to be where it's at. Yeah, absolutely. That's what's gonna work here. So how much money are these buses making? We haven't looked at buses in ages, and I'm gonna stop the stream pretty soon, so maybe we'll just review what we've done here. Strake for 4 is doing, he's still doing very well, but the train has really cut into his profits, because now the train is doing the same route that he was doing. Sharing passengers. Let's see, actually. Let's just clear all this out of the way. Let's see our stations. And see how many people are waiting. There is a ton of people waiting here. Still. At Dokgast. That is the gemeente. I don't want that. I want the station. 653 passengers still waiting. Everything else is all right, actually. There's not a lot of passengers waiting. There's a little bit here at Central. I guess this is Post. No, that's... yeah, there's a bunch of mail. But it's really just the passengers here. But this is Central, right? Yeah, I've never done anything to really like move the passengers away from there. So maybe it might make sense if I were to continue this game to have some trains linked to here, or maybe more buses shuttling people from away from this station. Anyway, let's see how the coal's doing. We've got, this is running okay. Yeah, this is a problem. The train is too long. It's taking too long to, it's taking over a month to load. And so it says that 0% of the cargo has been transported this month because this train's been sitting here for over a month. And that's because the train, I think, is still just too long because it's only producing 117 tons per month. Whereas this one is producing 198. 56% has been transferred. This must not be set to fully load, so let's change that. Yeah, I gotta remember to do that. Nice. Okay, and then I'm just gonna check to see which train lines are making the most money. I'm assuming that oil one is just making a ton of cash, but let's see. It's actually this guy. I guess that's to be expected. Coal pays very, very well. And he made 93,000 euros last year. And second was this guy, the other coal train. Or no. It was this guy. The passenger train that's just going between those two stations. Wow. That actually made more money than the coal train last year. That's funny. All right. Well, I think I've learned all I'm going to learn. I'm still going to get my ass kicked tomorrow in the Master Hellish tournament, but at least I'll be able to hold my own, hopefully hang in there, maybe be one of the last 10 or something like that. That's my goal. Join tomorrow at I did say 8 p.m., right? 8 p.m. Amsterdam time, 7 p.m. UK time. You can watch it either over on Master Hellish's channel if you want to see him, like he does. He will play, but he'll also like talk to the players and things like that on Discord. Or you can watch on my channel if you want to see me get my ass kicked. And we'll probably just have some fun naming trains and buses and stuff like that. So thanks for joining, everyone. Just gonna save this game, although don't know if I will ever come back to it. Nice. It's gonna be interesting to play against players who are very good at this. We'll see. Anyway, see you tomorrow, everyone. There it is.